Hi there, I'm Edward Chen from Hong Kong. So welcome back to the Stairways to Lanakila. So today we will continue to feature the Alolan Raichu Mudsdale teams for the Japanese top player units. So I've made two minor changes, including putting back stamina onto Mudsdale and also changing the swagger move on Oranguru back to protect. So we have the first opponents from Japan using teams. Consists of Raichu's, Ninetails, Aracrilit, pronouncing it correctly, and Marowak, Polygon 2, and Mudsdale. So there's no trick room. There may be a trick room options for it, but I guess he will just need with the Ninetails, and yeah, I would just need my Scizor anyway. And with my own Mudsdale. No, but the Ninetales is very fearsome. So maybe I will use my Tapu Koko here and a Gyarados as a switch. So I may be sacrificing the options of using the trick rooms and using the Instruct abilities, but looking at this matchup, I would try to forget about it. Alright, let's see what she releases. So I lead with Scizor and Tapu Koko. And my opponents with the Ninetales and Polygon 2. So, not exactly what I think, but I still think this is very good for me. So, an unfortunate special attack increase. He would probably switching his Ninetales back to the Alolan-Marowak, so I might abuse that by switching into the Mudsdale here. And what about Scizor? Okay, I will try to preserve Scizor here and do a X Scizor and switching back to Mudsdale. Oh, I just play it safe. Oh, but I have the full switch connected. Anyway, that's good. I may anticipate his Blizzard coming in, but he will probably use Trick Room here, so I'll just take the Blizzard. No, it was Aurora failed. And will we see Trick Rooms? Probably. So very minimal damage here. And the Trick Room is activated. So under these circumstances, which should be interesting for him, because he might choose to switch his Marowak here. No, but he probably converts back the trick rooms into the normal mode here. So I would try to double into the Polygon to maintain the advantages that he gave me. I'm not sure about the attacking, but a high horsepower coming in and no switching from him. And we see the ice beams from the Polygon 2, and it's, oh, and an unlucky frozen here. So my best move should be using a Bullet Punch onto the Ninetails, but he may anticipate it that he would be switching. And anyway, I think still doesn't. Yeah, we see the blizzard here. A very poor decision by me. So his Marowak seems to be way clear. I'll just switch into my Gyarados, and I hope he doesn't have the access of Thunderbolt here, which is still viable for him. Anyway, I would continue my Scizor here and a waterfall. No switching, the Shadow was coming in onto my Scizor. That's a lot of damage. You couldn't underestimate the boost from the Dinos. So, waterfall knocks it out. And there are still one round of trick rooms. So his Polygon 2 is a very snow variant, and I'm using an Adamant Scizor here. Will we see a Marowak here? Oh, it's Mudsdale. So here probably uses Rock Slice to do a high damage onto my Gyarados. No, but Trick Room, there are still 2 turns of Trick Rooms. Anyway, I will just knock out the Polygons and preserve my Intimidate. So, no switch from him. Or maybe he is using the Earthquake. Just ignoring the Polygons and anticipating the switch-ins. But no, it's Rock Slide. So he should be having Marowak as his last Pokemon. Yep, no doubt. So, should I preserve my Scizor? I guess not. So I just sacrifice my Scizor and protect my Tapu Koko. So Tapu Koko only can use Dazzling Gleam against both Marowak and Mudsdale. And a Bullet Punch coming in. But is it a good choice because it raised the stamina here? And Shadow Bone here. So the hell stopped, no more residual damage. And my Gyarados coming in. So after this Intimidate, I can choose either Marowak or the Mudsdale. But if his Mudsdale is going to knock out my Gyarados, he would be using the Rock Slide, which might not knock out the Tapu Koko and allows my Tapu Koko to use 2 Dazzling Gleam. So I would just Waterfall onto Marowak and Dazzling Gleam. So it connects. Oh, that critical hit is minimum. So Waterfall knocks out the Marowak. Yes, and we see the Rock Slides coming in. And Tapu Koko survives. Oh, this was just a critical hit. So, anyway, the Waterfall and Dazzling Gleam should be finishing it, unless he invests a lot in the defense and his stamina would help him to survive that move. But would that happen? I'm just curious. So a clean not topped. So, it might not be usual to sacrifice your very own main modes of teams, but you have to do it sometimes to tackle some situations here. So, London International Challenge will be held in the coming weekends, and this is the first international challenge held, and I think that the teams would be very interesting because it should be shaping the future matters of VGC 17s. In Hong Kong, there are around 6 players that will be going to London's, but that doesn't include me. And we have one premium challenge in last Saturdays, and some of them does a great job in getting the champions here. We Hong Kong players really love to see that they shined in the international challenge. So our second players would be coming from Japan, and his team would be a snow teams, which is very rare. Snow teams with Ninetails, Sandslash, Incineroar, Tapu Bulu, Marowak, and I guess Gastrodons. So I guess the main purpose of Gastrodon is to prevent the Gyarados from knocking out either the Marowak or the Incineroar. But Tapu Bulu is kind of scary to my Mudsdale. Maybe I should use a full trick room mode, Scizor and Mudsdale here. And Oranguru is a must. But can I take those attacks from the ice effectively? The Oranguru. Alright, Gyarados for Intimidate, Oranguru, Scizor, and the Mudsdale. I lead with the Gyarados because the Intimidate might help Oranguru in setting up the trick rooms here. So the Japanese player is bringing his Incineroar and Tapu Bulu, which is fine for me as both are physical attackers. But my Oranguru is kind of... yeah, the grassy surge, so my Gyarados is faster. We'll see the fake outs onto Oranguru. I'll just use a Waterfall onto Incineroar and a Protect here. So, where his fake out would go into... no fake out! To my surprise, Waterfall knocks out the Incineroar. And Tapu Bulu using the Wood Hammer onto my Oranguru, which is a very good news for me, at least at this moment. So Ninetails coming in. So I might not need to use the Trick Room mode now, because switching, I do not want my Scizor to take too many damages from both Ninetales and Tapu Bulu, because it's a very good counter to them, as well as the anticipated Blizzard. So anyway, I will continue to use the Waterfall and see if I can set up the Trick Rooms here. So Ninetales Blizzard go first. And Waterfall connects. It barely knocks out. Oh, it doesn't survive the Wood Hammer. But the recoil to him is large. So I still have a fair amount of advantage. So Scizor could take the Blizzard and Wood Hammer effectively. So I just use a Waterfall onto Ninetales and a Z move. Wait a minute. Will it switch out? Yeah, even switching out into Marowak doesn't harm me or not. So I'll go for the Z move. Oh, he switched out his Ninetales into Sand Slash and boosting it. Waterfall comes in. And Wood Hammers onto my Gyarados. Oh, it's painful. So I might not need the Z move, but anyway, it's activated. Maybe he anticipated the Gyarados as a threat to him more than the Scizor. I'm not sure. So my Mudsdale would be coming in. So the priority moved from Scizor is good to Ninetales to prevent it to move. And I will use high horsepower onto Sand Slash. Yeah, that should be the game. 4 times Bullet Punch. Without the protect from Tapu Ninetales is so frail under Bullet Punch. But we see the Icicle Crash coming in onto Mudsdale. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I hope there's no flinching here. So, and high horsepower connects. So, a very interesting team from the Japanese player. A very quick games for this episode. So, this is the end of this episode. So, see you